Well, my next guest says what people read reflects more than just what is popular these days, but books that could be economic indicators. We're always looking for an economic indicator, a new one. Nicholas Colas is the chief market strategist at ConvergEx Group. I'm pronouncing that right?
That's right.
Okay. Nicholas, a very interesting report. And what you're saying is that you can parse in the New York Times bestseller list what people are reading, meaning how they feel about the economy. So how do you do that?
That's exactly right. What we did was go back over a period of 40 years and look at every major market high and low and look at the New York Times bestseller list for that period of time. We got a very clear pattern of what people are reading when the market is at a high versus a low.
Okay, so when it's at a low?
At a low, we're reading self-help books and books about politics. We're interested in what political issue got us in the mess that we're in currently, and we're interested in how to improve ourselves in some way to perhaps take advantage of the situation.
Which seems to make sense.
It does.
Right now, it seems as if we are at a market low because we've got, self-help books, and we have policy books that are dominating the lists, right?
That's right. It's a bear market for stocks, but a bull market for self-help and for politics. Newt Gingrich is on top with his book,
right, To Save America. I just want to read it because in case our viewers want to run out to the bookstore and buy it. To Save America, that is Newt Gingrich's book. Okay, go ahead.
And on the self-help side, we're talking about books like Outliers or
Malcolm Gladwell.
Malcolm Gladwell. We're talking about books about improving your brain function and your ability to interact with people. We're talking about ways to improve a situation that might not be optimal for the people looking at the books.
Right, and another one is The Upside of Irrationality.
That's right.
And there's also the Mitch Albom book, which is Have a Little Faith, A True Story, number 20 on the list. I imagine because people feel that, in this type of an environment that they need to have a little bit of faith.
Absolutely. Inspirational books sell very well during recessions.
What about at market peaks? What are we talking about here?
Market peaks, it flips around. Self-help books are not really in vogue, and interestingly, history books, which are usually quite popular, become the most popular segment by far. Folks are interested in reading about the greatest generation or about other issues of history, and they're really interested in looking backwards, looking almost nostalgically at what's happened in the past.
When during this whole 40-year span that you looked at, when did that happen? It
happened numerous times over the course of usually market tops. So whether you're talking about the 1990s stock market run with tech stocks or what happened in 2004, 5, 6, and 7, in every case, history was not only popular but wildly popular, more than half the list.
Oh, really? And then that makes sense, though. It's a time where I guess you feel secure enough that you can kind of look back and see that you're better off than maybe somewhere before. How strong of an indicator is this? Is this just sort of more tongue-in-cheek, or can you actually parse something solid from this?
Well, I tell you, I think it's important to look at every indicator you can to think about how the population is looking at consumer confidence, spending patterns, and so forth. And I think at market tops and bottoms, the signals are so strong that they are worth paying attention to, and we are currently at one that indicates more concern about the economy than confidence.
Okay, so taking from this, though, taking from the list that we've got, the latest one, when do you think that we're actually going to be coming out of this market bottom then?
Well, historically, the market bottoms occur over a period of 6 to 12 months. This one's obviously been longer. And I think given how profoundly different the market is, whether you're looking at bank regulatory reform or consumer confidence, it's clear this was going to take a lot longer to work out.
And we're actually showing right now Nikki Sixx, which is a book that you had mentioned,
yes.
Not a current bestseller, of course. This was years ago. The Heroin Diaries, right? That was Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue, The Heroin Diaries. That actually came out during what, a time of
exuberance.
Okay, and at that time people were willing to read stuff like that.
Yes, but the #1 book at the time was Alan Greenspan.
Was it?
So Nikki Sixx had to take a back seat to Alan.
Okay, and you were saying you can't really put, what category do you put that in, right?
The different people have different points of view. I think Alan Greenspan's critics would say it's humor.
Right. Nicholas, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nicholas Colas, Chief Market Strategist at ConvergEx, talking about New York Times bestseller lists as your next economic indicator.